in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows, there's a man with a passion that everybody knows.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome to HT's EDC, coming at you this Sunday morning. We are back inside, and we have the Abs right here. She's a good girl, and we are going to give her, you want a treat from Uncle Todd? Here's one from Uncle Todd. And you gotta hurry up now, because we got one more. This one right here. This one is from Brother Dave. Well, Todd, Dave, I gave them one apiece from each of you this morning, buddy. So they are my fellow Canadian dog lovers, and they have a little ongoing thing here. Who gets the most Abby love? So tried to split that one down the middle for you guys. What's that? She said she very much appreciates it. Anyway, hope everybody is having a great weekend. We had a fun day yesterday. I gotta admit it. I think I kind of alluded to this at the end of my last video, that I had sort of been voluntold that I was taking the wife over to Texas yesterday, and we were going to this little small town in eastern Texas called Jefferson, and which is noted for their downtown. They have a lot of antique stores, little mom and pop stores, little country eating places, you know, a lot of just kind of a time untouched little cool southern town, and it was, I got to admit, it was really cool. Had some good barbecue. I'd love to shout that place out, but for the life of me, I should have got a card or took a picture of the outside. But it's right there on the main drag, and it was some really good barbecue. And right across the street from, actually I seen it while we were eating, was this, well, this is the name of the place. The Jefferson Knife Company at Gold Leaf Mall, and it was just catty corner right across from where we were eating. And I was looking out the window, and I was like, whoa, I just saw windows full of authorized case dealer, picture of a case knife here on all the windows, authorized dealer. And I was like, oh my goodness. Matter of fact, I even got up from the table, and there was 7 of us, by the way. My wife turned it into a whole family affair. We have like 3 couples up here, 2 other couples besides us that that's our family up here in Arkansas that we do everything with. And she got to talking about, you know, wanting to go to this place, and everybody's like, oh yeah, that sounds fun, we're all in. So my wife was a very good recruiter, so there was actually 7 of us that were down there. The guys kind of got in one car and went down together, and, you know, did the guy thing, and the girls drove down and, you know, did their thing, and we all met once we were there. But, you know, one of those things. But anyway, I'm looking at this place while eating lunch, and I'm like, man, I have got to get over there. And they already knew when I saw that it was over. I even let them finish lunch, and I got up quick and told them just finish their lunch, but I'm gonna go ahead and get a head start. I knew I was gonna be in there forever. And this place is cool, folks. If y'all ever get down to Jefferson, Texas, you got to stop in this place right here. Talk to Bill. There's all their information. If y'all want to screenshot that or something. And here is actually their hours. I wrote it down on the back. They are closed Monday and Tuesday, but open every other day. And anyway, folks, they had a killer selection. I'm going to cut to the chase. I ended up not even getting a knife there. I'm just going to, spoiler alert, and it is not for lack of inventory, coolness. This place was awesome. He actually, Bill actually has some case, a good selection of case select knives in there, which locally, anywhere around me, I don't know about you guys, you know, we're a small town here in Arkansas, and case select knives, you might go into a store that has, you know, one or two. This guy had a case of case select knives. Really some patterns that I just don't see. Again, in my small town, they had like a Granddaddy Barlow in there. Just some things that stick out to me that were on my radar. Had a Granddaddy Barlow. They had some old Panama Trappers, single blade and two blade Panama Trappers. Of course, they had all the Tony bows, the real high dollar, like an abalone. I mean, the guy had some $400, $500, $600, $700 case knives in there. I mean, he was top shelf, which is above my pay grade. Those are once a year maybe purchase. Actually, yes, $500, $600, $700 knives are just above my pay grade. Period. But that's neither here nor there. Oh yeah, had a toenail, even had a big fat case toenail in there. I mean, like I'm saying, folks, he had the patterns that you just don't. I don't just on the regular walk into a store and see. Really cool folding hunters. Yes, he had 5 or 6 different models of folding hunters. And you're thinking right now, in HT, you didn't leave with anything? I got no excuse. Like I said, I left early and bought myself a little more time. Remember, I was with 6 other people, and when they got through eating, of course, they migrated on over there to my store, you know, where I was at. And I was kind of getting the old side eye from the wife, like, okay, we got more to see down here, you know, than just your store. And I'm like, go on down the way, you know, I'll be on. Just keep shopping, I'll find you. And I actually did that for a while, but anyway, they kept, my wife would keep popping back in, and I had it narrowed down, folks, to like 4 or 5 different models. I mean, this was a candy store. This guy probably had, and Bill, I'm sorry if I'm doing you injustice, but I'm going to just say, without a shadow of a doubt, probably a 300 or 400 knife inventory of case in there. That was a guess. A lot of them, which y'all might say, oh, big deal. For me here in southern Arkansas, like for our local, you know, say Ace Hardwares or whatever case dealers here, you're lucky if you get 50, you know, 40, 50, 60 knives in one of those stores. Well, this was considerably more. So hundreds, maybe 500, I don't know. But anyway, I had it narrowed down to 4 or 5 that were in my price range, and I just couldn't ever make a decision. I couldn't, between time, you know, needing to move on and get back with a group. I finally I left. I took his card. I'll 100% be back. Maybe me. I've already talked to Dwayne and told Dwayne about this place. And this will be a place me and Dwayne probably go one day. Just a guy's trip, relaxed, and we can peruse 2 hours, 3 hours in there if we need to. But like I say, it's not a good excuse, but it's the one I'm going with. I left there with no knife, and I should have. It was not from lack of selection. And like I said, cool stuff that I didn't have at home. It's the more I talk about, the sicker I get, because I didn't at least leave with one knife. But it's not going anywhere. It'll be like I say, be a cool day for me and Dwayne to go back to at some point. We actually have a upcoming show here in a couple of weeks that is in that area. Not too far. I haven't looked it up how close Jefferson is to where we're going for this next gun and knife show, but I think it's pretty close. So that might be a kind of deal where we go to the gun show, leave the gun show, and swing back by that place. You know, do a 2-for-1 that day. So, but we're definitely going. That is something that a place me and Dwayne definitely gonna need to go back and check out when we have a little more time. But anyway, I'll show you guys that information one more time. Again, it is in Jefferson, Texas. If you guys are ever down there, like I say, just a cool, and this is just one store there. Yeah, get in and see Bill there. So did you get anything, HT? You got anything to show us? I do. I went to another store, and this is their card. This is Cavalera Leather and Cigar Company. You guys know I like my leather, and you all guys know HT likes the occasional stogie. So yeah, I talked to Ray. I'll let y'all see that, and if anybody wants to screenshot that or write this information down. Just an awesome store. All your handmade leather stuff. It's kind of a gentleman's store. I don't know if he had ladies gear in there. I don't think so. I could be wrong. Sorry, Ray, if I'm wrong. But I know it was gentleman heavy. Let's just say that. The wallets, belts, they had leather sleeves for, like, you know, cigar holders. You name it, they had it. And even was a buck. They are a buck knife dealer. Right up at the front of the store, this guy had a case full of buck knives. Just so happened that most of the stuff he had, I already had. You know, he had some buck 301s in there. Of course, a 110, a 112, had several large fixed blades. Just nothing that's like, oh wow, I don't have, you know, I have to have it. But he had all the usual suspects for buck. So that just took this place coolness factor to a next level. It was already an awesome, you know, leather. They got cigars. You know, I was already in hog heaven. Then, oh my crap, he's a buck dealer. So that was neat. And no, I didn't get a buck knife either. Like I said, most of them that he had in the case were kind of the usual suspects for buck. He didn't have like anything old or vintage this time that stuck out to me. So again, no knife, but they do have them in just a cool leather store. But what I did pick up, as you know, HT is a stogie smoker from time to time, and I was able to pick up 3 new smokes. You may have heard me talk about it before. HT has a little event coming up here in a few days, and I am treating myself to this. Shout out, by the way, to the Singing Toad. I seen you tagged me. I'm going back to that video. I will leave you. I seen that you mentioned me in one of your videos where he was showing off a stogie. I've seen it. I want to completely watch it. I will be commenting on it. Shout out to you, Dave. Thank you for that. But this guy right here, this is a My Father. And this, I forget what this was, but one of those years, this was one of the Cigar Aficionado top 10s cigars from a certain year. Don't quote me on all that. But this is a good one. And Ray himself, the owner, said that's like his personal favorite. And I was already looking because My Father is already, this brand's on my radar. I like their cigars in general. And I picked this up and asked him about it, and he's like, yeah, that's my favorite cigar in the humidor. He goes, they are top shelf. That is a fantastic smoke. I will probably butcher the name, but it is My Father Le Bijou, 1922. Le Bijou. and this is a Toro size, but just a beautiful wrapper. This is gonna be my special day smoke right here, my treat to myself. And we found another. I got two of these. You guys have heard me talk before about Drew Estates. They are probably my favorite. Yeah, they are my favorite cigar manufacturer. I pretty much like most everything in their line that I've smoked, and they have a ton. I have not smoked, probably scratched the surface of everything that Drew Estates puts out, but what I have, I like. They're on my radar, and these are some of their new Kentucky fire cured line. And this one is called, and this is the Kentucky Fire Cured Sweet. You guys know I like me a good flavor, like a dessert cigar to pair with some morning coffee. And this is a sweet in their fire cured line, and it is actually called a Fat Molly. And this is a 5x56 diameter, little stubby fat joker. No jokes there. I'm not that short. But anyway, this is got two of these. That sounds right up my alley. We will probably see these upcoming on a Stag and a Stogie or a Sharp and a Stogie video. But I'm looking forward to those two. I had heard about these two from Drew Estates, that they had a new sweet cigar out, and finally got my hands on them. But again, shout out to Cavallero Leather, my man Ray down there. He will take care of you, and that is a cooler than a cucumber store to go in if you're down in Jefferson. Last thing we'll talk about, I found a new cigar lighter. Check this thing out. Isn't that beautiful? And this is a soft flame lighter, really a pipe. They're made for lighting a pipe, but it will do, if it'll light a pipe, it will light a cigar as well. Check it out. You guys see that? Very cool. And I just thought this inlay right here was just absolutely beautiful. Very classy. And this is made by Vertigo, by the way, anybody cares. And it comes in this nice little, kind of almost looks like carbon fiber, doesn't it, knife guys? But comes in this, they give you a nice little sleeve. Honestly, this could double as a knife slip as well, huh? But they give you this nice little sleeve for your lighter. And this actually came from a place called, got the receipt here, I won't show you that, but it's called The Front Porch. And they're kind of a little antique-y whatnot. They sell all kind of signage and scents, different things in there. And the other side, they also have a humidor in there with cigars and these lighters. And I was able to find this cool lighter in that little store. So, and yeah, that is just 3 stores. Again, the name of that, I'm kind of glossing over it, is called The Front Porch. And that is right there on the main drag there in Jefferson. But just a cool little town, cool little quaint town, kind of very Mayberry-esque, a little bit of time untouched. They still do a lot of the old things and old-timey ways, and had an awesome killer. I forget the name of it, the Goody. Oh, the Foodie store. It's Foodie something. Again, I should have all that. There's too many of them. But had fresh hand squeezed lemonade, with the lemons in there. You know, they had like 3 lemons all cut up at the bottom, big old like I don't know, 32 ounce or 28 ounce fresh squeezed lemonade, and we all got one of those as we was walking around. Just a cool little town that we will. Honestly, I told them, I said, we still didn't scratch the surface. My wife thinks we saw more of it than I do. I think we saw half of it, or maybe even less than half of everything. I don't think we saw it all, but probably definitely everybody had a good time, so that it definitely be a day that we go back and probably get there earlier. We didn't even get there till like 11, and then time you have lunch or whatever, everybody was hungry. We didn't even get a good start for, you know, to afternoon, you know, 12:30 or something, and we needed to be there like 8, 9 o'clock to see all of it. But so all that means is we'll be back. But anyway, just wanted to shout out those few things and look y'all guys in the camera and say, yesterday I failed you as far as knives. I apologize. Got a couple of smokes, but I'm telling you, it is not because lack of inventory or because they didn't have it. This place right here is sick, folks. If you're a Case fan, and they had some other brands in there too. They had a few, some Buck, had a few more makers in there, but he is Case dominant, a few Kershaws, so there is some other brands in there. And by the way, he had all those Case Moderns. What is that, the Longhorn, or you know what I'm talking about, just came out with the CPM 20 CV steel. He had all of them, all the new. This guy had it. If it was Case and it was relevant, he had it. So I will be back to that store regardless. And you have my word, there'll be a knife and a purchase from them that you'll see on here at some point. Maybe in a couple of weeks. Like I say, me and Dwayne May can work that out where we intertwine another quick trip over to Jefferson when we go to our next gun and knife show, because I don't think they're too far away, but we'll see. Anyway, we're at the 22-minute mark. I love you. Hope everybody's having a great weekend, and we're going to sign off. HT, Miss Abby, God bless you, and we are out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see.